Hello National 5. In this video I'm going to be introducing you to Hypertext Markup Language, or HTML. For the purposes of National 5, you need to be able to describe, exemplify and implement a range of HTML tags. You need to be able to describe and implement hyperlinks, both internal and external, using relative and absolute addressing. You also need to be able to read and explain code that makes use of the HTML tags that we are going to cover. By the end of this video, you'll be able to explain what HTML is. You'll be able to identify and implement a variety of HTML tags, including page structure tags, heading tags, paragraph tags, links tags, and media tags. We'll also have a look at the different kinds of hyperlinks and addressing that you can use in HTML, and you should be able to explain them. Firstly, what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language and is used to define the structure of a web page. HTML uses tags and they describe how the content of a web page will look. You'll see at the bottom here we have a number of different HTML tags, and these do different things to our document. In order to write HTML, you will need to use an HTML editor. In school, you may use Notepad++. I quite often use brackets as it works on Windows and Mac. There is also online platforms such as Repel that will work on almost any device. Let's now have a look at the tags that are required to structure a page. The 4 tags that are on every single web page that you create are these ones here. We have HTML, head, title, and body. The HTML is the first and the last tag on our page, and it informs the browser that we are creating an HTML web page. After HTML, we have our head, and the head describes the document. We then have a body, and the body is the main part of the document, and for the purposes of National 5 is where all the content of our web page will go. Within the head, at the moment, the only thing we have is a title, and the title is the browser title for that page. You will notice that every tag comes in a pair. We open the tag with pointy brackets, and we close the tag with pointy brackets and a backslash. And we also close the tags in the order that we open them. So we open HTML, we open head, we open title, which means we close them in the reverse order. Title, then head, and then HTML. Let's now have a look at what this page will look like when we run it in a browser. As you can see, the content inside my body tags appears in the page body. The title becomes the tab title in the browser. So if I have multiple tabs open, I can easily see which page is which. Let's now have a look at the number of different HTML tags that we can use. The first one is headings. Heading tags allow you to specify the content that is a heading, and there are 6 different sizes. These go from the biggest at H1 down to the smallest at H6. We have the content of the heading in between the 2 tags, again opening with pointy brackets, closing with pointy brackets, and a backslash. So if this page here were to be run in a browser, it would look like this. As you can see, H1 is the biggest heading and H6 is the smallest heading. Quite often you will use H1 as the main heading on your web page, and H2 and H3 and potentially H4 as subheadings. H5 and H6 might be used for captions. But not all text on our web page is going to be a heading. The majority of the text on our page will be a paragraph. The P tag is used to contain paragraphs of text. Now, unlike English, in computing and HTML, paragraphs can be single words, single sentences, or multiple sentences. In this example here, we have 2 paragraphs. Each paragraph has an opening P tag and a closing P tag. When we run this in the browser, we get 2 discrete paragraphs. In addition to paragraphs, we may wish to order our information in lists. There are two different kinds of lists that we can use. The first one is an unordered list. And an unordered list means that the list items are in a bullet pointed list. So the code on the left, when it is run in a browser, will look like this. We've got a heading and then we have got our 5 bullet pointed items. In order to create an unordered list, we must use the UL tag. And then all the items within our list are included inside that UL tag and are inside their own LI tag. LI standing for list item. So we have UL to create an unordered list, and then we have LI to create each of the bullet pointed items. If we forget to close a list item tag, we get some very weird looking lists, and we could have a list that goes down in steps. So it's really important to remember when you open a tag, you always close it. The other kind of list that we may use in our website is a numbered list or an ordered list. You'll see here the code on the left looks very similar to that of an unordered list. The only difference is that the UL has been replaced with an OL for ordered list. So when we run this code in a browser, instead of bullet points, we get the numbers down the side in sequential order. So if you can remember how to do an unordered list, then you should be able to do an ordered list, as you're really only changing one letter. Hyperlinks are an important part of websites because they make a website a website. They link a single web page to multiple different pages within our website. There are two main parts to a hyperlink. Firstly, we need to know what tag to use, and we use the A tag. The first part of the opening tag is the page or the website the link will go to. So this first one here is an internal link, and it will take us to a page within our current website. The second one here is an external hyperlink and will take us to another website. After we've specified the page we're going to, we close the opening tag. We then have the text that the user will click on to take them to the specified page, and then we close the A tag with our pointy brackets and our backslash. So if this page here is rendered in a browser, this is what we get. We get a link that says go home, that when I click on it, it will take me to home.html, and when I click on visit haggis.scot, it will take me to www.haggis.scot. So now we have got pages with text and hyperlinks. Let's now have a look at how we add media into our website. The first media tag, we're going to look at images. And the image tag breaks one of the rules of HTML, as the image tag has no closing tag. You will see here, we start with img, and we have our closing bracket here, but there is no closing tag. The three main parts of an image tag are the source. This is the path to the picture that we are going to load in our website. The width. This is the width of the picture, and it can be specified as a number of pixels using px, or as a percentage width of the screen. We then have height, and like width, height can be set as a percentage of the screen or a fixed size in pixels. My recommendation is that you only ever set width or height and not both, as it could skew pictures. So let's have a look at a couple examples. Here we have image src, this is the name of the image, and we've set a height to be 100 pixels. In this example, we have said images /mounting.jpg, and that is because this image here is located inside the folder images, and we've set the width to be 50%. So this code here will render this page here. You can see the height of the wild haggis picture is 100 pixels. The width of the mountain image is 50% of the screen. There's a wee bit being cut off here. So images use the img tag, and it's src, the name of the image, and then optionally you can have height or width. Sometimes we may wish to add a video into our website, and for that we need the video in the source tag. The video tag tells the browser that we're going to insert a video. Really important that we include a controls attribute so that we can play, stop, pause the video. The source src tag then has the name or the path of the video that we would like to run. So when I generate this code in a browser, it will look like this. Just like an image, we can change the size of the video, or we can move it to be inside a folder. So if I move the video to be inside a folder called media and change the size of the image to be 200 pixels, this is what we will get, a smaller image. Inserting an audio clip to our website is very similar to inserting a video clip. The only difference is, instead of using the video tag, we use the audio tag. Audio tells the browser that we're inserting an audio clip, and then the source src tag tells the browser what the clip is going to be, usually an MP3 or a WAV file. So if I render that in the browser, I will get this here. And as you can see, we have a simple audio player with the option to play and pause that clip. So there we have it. In this video we have covered all these tags. The page structure tags, HTML, head, title, body. The headings tags, H1 down to H6. The paragraph P tag, links using the ahref, and media, images, audio and video. If you put all the examples together in this video, you get this web page down here all about Haggis, and that is available for you to access at this address here. So now that I have covered all the content that you require to know for National 5, it's over to you. Using the content covered in this video, can you recreate this page here on the right hand side, all about bees? Okay, I've put instructions and a starter file in this project here. So if you go to repel it, you will be able to replicate this page here. If you're stuck or not sure how to attempt the task, you might want to re-watch this video, jump into the portion that you're stuck at, or looking at the slide deck that accompanies the video. Another source you can use is W3C Schools.